So the Champions League quarterfinals is done, and we now have four teams that are through to the semi-finals. Now, looking at these four teams, is there anything you're supporting to win the Champions League? Do you think Paris Saint-Germain can still go all the way to win the Champions League? What do you think about the Champions League in general?
Of course, if anything win the Champions League, I'm going to congratulate them. For the favorite clubs I want to win, if Chelsea is out, they are also out, which is Real Madrid or Barcelona. But the two are also out. The team I will be supporting Atletico Madrid to win it. I have my brother there, Lukman Ademola, a fantastic footballer. Atletico Madrid, I think they have been unlucky in many occasions in this Champions League because of definitely Real Madrid. You understand? So this season, if they go on to win it, I think they deserve it. So if Atletico Madrid, though they are the underdog now among the teams that remain, they are the underdog. You understand? Because I mean, you have a team like PSG who is still hot and they are the defending champion. Then you have a team like Bayern Munich who are very, very good, definitely the best team in Europe this season or one of the best teams in Europe. Then Arsenal are still there. You can never count Arsenal out, even though that recently Arsenal are not doing good, but on their day, Arsenal can still hunt any team. So let's see how it's going to be. But I think the favorite to win it, if I might be honest, I think Bayern Munich chances are now are the favorite to win the Champions League.
Bayern Munich the favorite to win. Now, talking about Bayern Munich, what do you think about the game between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, especially the game in Allianz Arena? That's second yellow card for Edouard Camavinga. Do you think he deserved the second yellow card, or do you think it was a referee error? Or do you think it's a red card that cost Real Madrid, so one of your favorite teams, not to be in the semi-finals, or do you think he deserved the?
Of course, to me that was a mistake from the ref, and I believe the ref was not aware that Camavinga is already on yellow card. You understand? I think if he knows, he would have not bring out that second yellow card because I mean he did not tackle, he was just blocking the ball. You understand? But then the mistake have already been done before the ref realized that this guy is already on a yellow, because you can see when Bayern Munich players were even reminding the ref that this guy is already on yellow before. Now you can't bring another yellow, you never bring red. You give him red, now make come up for fit for us. You understand? They need to remind the ref. To me, that was just a red card, to be honest. Even though that Camavinga blocking the ball was against the football rules, but still, that was to me just a red card, and that red card was disorganized again because the game was flowing well. The intensity of the game was very, very high for the both team, and Real Madrid stand a very, very big chance of taking it to at least the extra time. You understand? Before maybe the match will be decided. But then after that red card, immediately Bayern Munich equalized and then scored the winning goal, and that is what to me started the whole plan.
How about Arsenal? Arsenal, obviously, they are still the only unbeaten team in the UEFA Champions League, and they are through to the semi-finals. But they played a goalless, boring draw in Emirates Stadium when they played Sporting CP, and of course, they won that game by one goal margin. It was 1-0 on aggregate, thanks to the goal they scored in Portugal. Now, going into this game and Arsenal performance, with Arsenal going to Etihad to play Manchester City, do you think Arsenal can go all the way to win the Champions League and the Premier League, including winning the game in Etihad against versus Manchester City?
First of all, Arsenal performance yesterday was boiling, below expectation. Though Arsenal has not been at their best for the recent month. That is why I say that even though Arsenal are not good on their day, they can still, do the job. So recently, Arsenal have not given us that Arsenal vibe or that big boys vibe, when they used to give us. Even yesterday game was another testament that Arsenal, they are lacking confidence. They are not looking like themselves. Yesterday, they are struggling in terms of goals, in terms of good football. Then going into the Champions League semi-final, Arsenal are still the favorite to win it. They still stand the chance of winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League. But the question is, can they cope with the pressure? This is the time that define the club. This is the time that show what you are capable of doing. Because now Arsenal are under pressure. Can they be able to handle the pressure? Can they cope with the pressure? Because now they are having they are having different thinking now, especially their coach. His focus is no longer on one place. He needs to do everything possible now to make sure he brings the result in Champions League. Then there is Premier League there. You are in a serious battle with Manchester City. You need to do everything possible to make sure that Manchester City did not catch you. And that will start this weekend, because you have Man City to play. If Man City win you, then Arsenal are in trouble. If Man City win Arsenal this weekend, Arsenal are automatically in trouble, because if Man City win, then win their standing game against the Crystal Palace and went on to win all their game for the rest of the season, then Man City are the favorite to win the league. You understand now? So meaning my Arteta now focus now is on Premier League. I need to use my best available squad. Then on the other hand, he's thinking about the Champions League. He's going to play against Atletico Madrid. You can never underrate that Atletico Madrid team. You need to use your best available squad too. So he will be thinking a lot now will be going through his mind, like, how am I going to do this now? How am I going to cope with the pressure? So this is the time for us to know what Arteta is capable of doing. Can he be able to handle the pressure? Does he have what it takes to maintain the pressure? Because if it is a coach like Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, we know that yeah, they can find a solution to it. Then going into the weekend game, Manchester City versus Arsenal, and Manchester City are still the favourite to win the game. To be honest, they are currently Manchester City. I think if it was now that Manchester City play in Champions League, maybe Man City will still be in Champions League because currently they are one of the most important teams in Europe right now. You understand? And I don't think Arsenal have the Elumelus to stop this City team. Yeah, they don't have the Elumelus. You understand? Because City are on fire, trust me, and they can harm any team in Europe. So going into that game, Man City to win Arsenal at Etihad Stadium.
Okay. I must agree with you to some extent or even completely because I think for me personally, Arsenal playing again in the Champions League last four, like in the semi-final, it's more like a setup for them because Arsenal they need to win the Champions League, they need to win the Premier League. They don't have the squad right now because they have some injuries and it looks like Madueke will still be out. Saka is still out. Merino is out. So how will Arsenal cope with Manchester City? Then they will play like they need to win the league. They need to win the Champions League. And looking at Atletico for me, I think they have advantage. Even though we're still going to do a proper video for that, they have advantage in the sense that they are going to finish in the top four anyway. Even if they lose back to back in La Liga, they are going to finish in the top four. So Atletico main target, it's clear. They want to win the Copa del Rey that comes this weekend, and then they will now focus completely on the Champions League. So I think Arsenal will eventually bottle it and they will lose it all. I'm so sorry, but this is how I think.
I think I agree with you too because looking at it, I said it earlier that I said it in one of my videos that Arsenal might end up the season trophyless, despite the fact that when the season starts, they were shouting quadruple from quadruple to triple, from triple to Mr. Double H. From Mr. Double H now, they go from hero to nothing. Who knows? Not like I'm wishing them bad. I'm not wishing they win the league. They deserve it. They have been one of the best teams, even though that I don't want them to win anything. But if they win the league, they deserve it. But I won't be surprised to see them go trophyless.
Okay, so now on to Chelsea. Chelsea have been suffering. Of course, they've been suffering. Personally, I cannot really remember the last time Chelsea won a game, like in the Premier League, because they were beaten by Newcastle United, Everton. They were beaten heavily by Manchester City. So, like, there have been all kind of results for Chelsea, and now Manchester United are coming to Stamford Bridge. What do you think will happen in that game? Of course, coming into this game for Chelsea, in the last 5 games, the only win comes from the game in the FA Cup, the 7-0 win over Port Vale. Every other thing has been defeat all the way. So, what do you think will happen to Chelsea? You think Manchester United will come to Stamford Bridge and trash Chelsea once again?
Never. Over our dead body. That will be the last thing that will happen. If it's happened, Rosano need to pack his bag and go. He need to leave our club. Look, I said it in my video. In everything that has happened to us, one thing that Chelsea fans don't want, you see that Man U game.
Yeah.
If he take us to win it with one leg, that game defined our season. That game determined Rosano is truly the god of failure. You understand? So going into that game, whether we are informed, whether we have win, because I've been seeing that trending now that Chelsea have not scored in so many Premier. I don't care if we have not scored, if we have not win. But Manchester United game is a game that we don't need any, we not even a draw. Chelsea need to win it. If we win that game now, no problem, we're okay. So going into that game, I don't even want to analyze it. All I want is that Chelsea should win that game. We should be winning it at all costs in Stamford Bridge, not even a draw.
Okay, Chelsea to win Manchester United in Stamford Bridge, and it will be the first time Chelsea are winning the Premier League game since last month. The last time Chelsea winning Premier League were the game they played at Villa Park. So after then, Chelsea have not won any game in the Premier League. So you think they are going to come back to winning?
Yeah. We are going to come back to win the game. We are going to come back. Not that you check Manchester United game on Monday against Leeds United. Nothing special about this Manchester United team. They are just overhyped. To be honest, they are just overhyped. Leeds United were the better team. They created most chances. So if our player can watch the game, the coach can watch the game and make use of his strengths. Not as most of the time we suspect this our coach. For somebody to come out and say he's a Manchester United fan, who know what he will do that day?
But I don't think you should judge Manchester United by the way they play against Leeds United.
The same way people should not judge us the way we have been playing. Now we are going to face Manchester United. Judge us by our performance against Manchester United in our head-to-head.
No, this is different in the sense that even Manchester United are crawling, even if they are dying. Once they see Chelsea, they pick their form back.
That is only in Old Trafford. Not in Stamford Bridge. Yes, only in Old Trafford they can do that. In Stamford Bridge, Jordan, this President Chelsea coach now is like every record has been. You understand?
And Obama is Manchester United fan.
You understand? And this coach has been breaking every bad record that have been kept against the Newcastle. Chelsea have not lost at Stamford Bridge for 14 years
14
against
years,
Newcastle, but this man came and break it. Chelsea have not lose any game in Stamford Bridge for a very long time against Manchester United. But who knows if this coach now will come and break it, because the worst result we always got against Man U at Stamford Bridge is draw.
Okay, in that case, what would be your score predictions if you say Chelsea must win?
Chelsea to win Manchester United 4-1 or 4-2.
4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
João Pedro to score again?
João Pedro have 2 goals. Kopama 1 penalty. Maybe 1 penalty, 1 goal. Or 1 penalty. Then another player will score 1 goal. And that player should be Cucurella.
Okay. Now, looking at the top assists and the top goal scorers in the Premier League, usually when teams are going to be winning the Premier League, you see they always have top players that you can say because of this player, because of that player, they are going to win the league. Okay. Now, for Arsenal, I want to ask you which player you think have been outstanding for Arsenal this season that would be the reason for Arsenal to win the Premier League. Now, let me make it easy for you. I'll take it back to the season where Leicester City won the Premier League. I don't want to look at the big clubs. The season where Leicester City won the Premier League. In the midfield, they have N'Golo Kante, right? Then they have Michael Schumacher, the goalkeeper. They have Jamie Vardy. No, they have Mahrez. They have Morgan in the defense. They have Drinkwater, Ben Chilwell. Like, if you look at this team, you see a lot of qualities in every department. In this Arsenal team, for me, I can barely point out one outstanding player. Maybe I can pick up the Clarice, but I don't know if
if Arsenal win this league, I will give the credit to Arsenal defense. If Arsenal win
collectively, like
Arsenal win this season have been collectively. Not like there is one particular player you can point out and say, "Now this one has been carrying Arsenal along." You understand? No, it has been a collective effort. But I must give credit, the major credit, to their defense. You understand? Because if you check, not like Arsenal are scoring too many goals.
That means Arsenal have been poor.
Yeah, they have not been scoring too many goals, but the good news to them is that their defense has been able to keep the goals they score. If they score 1, their defense can be able to defend it. They score 2, they can make it to count. That is the reason why Arsenal are where they are now. So if they win it, if I should give any credit to any player from Arsenal, I will give it to Gabriel. I will give it to Gabriel because he has been the heart of their defense. Then their midfield, I think Rice has do some amazing job in most matches, but not always. But I think in most matches, they have done fantastic job. Then Saka, who's supposed to be their star boy or their main man, injury have not, helped him this season. He have been out in most cases. As far as Madueke, some of their top players have not been consistent. So Arsenal winning the league, or that is it, they will win it. You understand? It will be a collective effort.
Okay. Describe Arteta season 6. This is Arteta season 6, and this Arteta season 6 for me is going to be trophyless. He's not going to win anything. Now, if Arteta finishes season 6 trophyless, describe this season in one word. What word should be given to Arteta? Just one word.
Arteta already have the nickname King of Bottler. Nobody. I don't think there is no coach that can compete or challenge him. In this area, he owns it. He owns it. Though I will give him the credit. You understand? If Arsenal go trophyless this season, if I am to be Arsenal fan, first of all, I need to call for his sack, or they need to go to meeting to know how far.
They don't need to be sacked. He should resign. If he didn't win the league, he should resign.
The plan just for us to always finish second? What is the plan? You understand? So what is the plan? Is the plan always to finish second? I don't understand. But apart from that, finishing second, Arteta have built the Arsenal, to be honest, because before Arteta came,
he has built to destroy.
No, before
Arteta going away at the end of the season. Anyway.
Yeah, to be honest, before Arteta come, Arsenal in most cases struggle to even qualify for Champions League. But Arteta coming in, have make Arsenal at least a consistent contender for Champions League, even though that their main target, which is to winning the league, they have not achieved it. But qualifying for top 4 have been easy for them. Then this season, Arsenal, this is the best season for Arsenal to win the league. Though since the last 4 seasons, Arsenal have always had the opportunity to win the league, but somehow they managed to bottle it. But if they bottle this one, I think this one will be the biggest bottler in the history of Arsenal and Premier League Football Club. And I believe Arteta is aware of that. And I think that is the reason why Arsenal are under intense pressure right now, because Arteta is aware that it's a shame if he bottle the league again. So he don't want the same mistake to happen again. Now he's confused. How can I do it? How can I cope with this? How can I bring this team together to give me the result, even though it's 1-0? But then, unfortunately, Arteta is not Jose Mourinho. No matter how you try, you can never be Jose Mourinho, because if it is Jose Mourinho, he's ready to pack the bus, just score 1 goal and close the mark. You understand? So, but let's see how it's going to be. Anyway, kudos to him. He's a good coach, but he's not a winner.
Okay,
thank you. There is a difference between a good coach and a winner. Mike Arteta is a good coach, but not a winner.